Hello everyone, welcome to Wandering Art. Alexis here. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made these very fun Halloween fall coasters. Now about this video, I do want to mention that I'm not actually making these coasters. Fun fact, roughly about a year ago I started making coasters. This was the first set that I ever made. This was the first mold that I ever bought. And yeah, so these coasters are a year old, so we're going to talk about how they held up later in the video, but right now I'm going to tell you about the process. So these coasters were a year old, and at the time I wasn't selling coasters, and after October I never listed them, and they're orange and black. It's weird, so they've just been hanging around my house. And I decided, let's do something fun this year and try and, give these coasters another shot. So here's what I did. I made the little cutout, and then I put the cutout onto the coaster, and I just kind of traced it with a paintbrush in white paint, because you can't fix it, you can't erase. You don't want to keep scratching the coaster, so you really want to get the outline perfect and then just work within your outline. Also, paint doesn't really, I mean, it sticks to resin, but it doesn't, it's just very clear, so you have to do a lot of little layers on these, and it's kind of tedious, but just take your time, don't rush it, and they'll look really cute. So I'm making the pumpkins here. I'm just kind of doing them in layers. I really like the evil one. He looks so cool. And I think that it's so cool because it looks like an explosion of Halloween behind these coasters. So this was my Jason. I drew Jason and then I painted him, and then I did Freddy. And Freddy was a lot harder, you guys, just because I absolutely hate doing tiny realistic faces. So drawing his eyes and his mouth, I didn't want to do it. I can draw like big paintings. If you've seen my paintings, I do faces, but I hate itty bitty faces. I hate it. So this is the Bumblebee coaster. If you saw my last video, you saw this one. So I painted this Casey little Bumblebee painting. I don't know why, I just love bumblebees. And so I decided to make a Bumblebee coaster too. So I traced the little Bumblebee I'd already painted, and then I outlined him on there. You can see the white outline kind of around him. He was all white, and then I just kind of painted him in, and you saw like the first layer, and then you can see his little eye now and the fuzziness on his body. I went in and did details on him, and now I am just filling him in. So I have this little Bumblebee coaster listed on my Etsy alone, but what I really want to do is do like a set of 3. I was thinking doing one more Bumblebee and then like a honeycomb to go with it as a set. If you guys have any ideas, like maybe do an animal set, so do a Bumblebee and other animals, let me know. I really want to hear what you guys think. And that little Yoda tray, I'm working on him right now too. He's kind of cute. So this is the Bumblebee, and I have to say that this really got me into like painting on coasters because I thought that Bumblebee looked so, so cute. So I would just do something simple. You can see here that I didn't end up giving Freddy eyes or a mouth because I think everyone can kind of tell that it's Freddy Krueger, so I'm not going to waste my time and make him look like crap. Jason was a lot easier, as you can tell. I think Jason and the evil pumpkin are my 2 favorites. And since the lighting is bad here, let's talk about it because you can see it. So the Jason coaster, he looks yellow. To me, it looks kind of like the resin yellowed. And none of the others look like that. It's so weird. I'm going to have to go back and watch the video. Now the evil pumpkin, he looks kind of orange, but it's a different color than Jason. It's like he's orange and Jason is yellow. I'm not sure. I think that this one turned orange because of the ink, maybe. Now the Happy Pumpkin and Freddy here, they're like really clear. They look completely clear. You can see, I'm trying to show you guys the difference. And I am going to finish Freddy. He's not getting a top coat here. But it's so weird to me. I have to go back and watch the video to see like how many different resins I used and what was going on, like why they all turned out so different. Since they're Halloween coasters, I'm not really that worried about it, like selling them, they obviously have orange ink in them and they're Halloween, so I'm not really worried about a yellow or orange tint while I'm repurposing these coasters. Now, if you're having like a really pretty like blue and clear coaster, this is something that I would be worried about after a year. So right now I'm just doing a little top coat in there. You don't want to pour too much resin because you don't want it to be super thick. You know, you want them to be able to put their cup on it and have it catch the condensation. And you also want to be very careful not to get resin all over the sides of these coasters. You don't want to push it all the way up the sides. So sometimes for the very corners, if I'm having trouble getting them in, I'll get a tiny toothpick and use the toothpick to push the resin into the corners or against the wall. That way you're not making a huge mess. And you guys can see, you're looking at these, right? Do you guys see the difference between the evil pumpkin, Jason, and the other coaster? Isn't it strange how I'm pretty sure they were all the same resin and made at the same time and they just look so different? In the sunlight though, I don't think you can really tell. I think it's in bad lighting, or some lightings you can really tell. But the happy pumpkin here is very clear, and I just love how they turned out. This is Freddy finish, so I did the silver on the glove, and I think that everyone kind of gets that it's Freddy without me having to make a really awful face on it. If you guys have any specific questions that I didn't answer about this process, let me know in the comments section and I'll answer all those. Also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up to see more artwork. I do paintings and I do resin artwork. And also, guys, this set is up on my Etsy right now. And right now, for my custom painted sets, I'm doing great deals on them because I think I will charge more later just because it takes a lot of time to paint each little thing, especially if you're going to do customs for people. You know, they might have like specific things that they want on their coasters. So go check those out if you're interested in them. They're listed right now, and that link is going to be in the description along with the link to see the making of these orange coasters. I'm actually going to go watch that again because I'm curious to see about the resin. So this is a painting that I'm doing. I'm doing a whole series of black and white ladies and then colorful animals. I'll show you guys all later. Bye!